Oi, what's up, everybody? We got Final Fantasy XIV. We're continuing with the storyline. Helping Hands is the next quest given to us by the Watcher. We've come across the level 84 quests now, so I don't know if that means anything really, but here we go. I'm gonna stop doing their weird voices. Well, am I? No. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Lamentorum, where Zodiac was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Let us call upon Argos, the familiar whom you met earlier, the puppers. He should have no trouble bearing you across. Come on, golden puppers. As Heidelin created me as the jailer, so too did she create Argos as the guard. It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of ether has affected him. Let us make for the crushing brand, and attempt to call upon him there. You need but recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you will find your way. If he labors in service to Heidelin's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make for this crushing brand, then? Says Y'shtola, in the best voice I can do for her, which is not very good. We're gonna go find the doggo. Whereas my own doggo did not like being... Yeah. Each dungeon is 1.5. No, it's not. You don't get 1.5 levels out of each dungeon, even with rested XP. No way. No way. I think it's over here. Yeah. So we run. You just like wear this blue circle around the crater with the beams of energy coming out. Just run to the edge of it, to the east, and then you'll find the pathway. Baby, why don't you just find the correct pathway? So we run along the cliff face, along this path that's built into it. We got the underground tunnel area, eggs, crystals, mushrooms that glow. Okay, where to now? I can't go that way, but that's actually the way. No, I can go around it. Yeah, let's go around it. So we made it to the southern quadrant is 4. With sextant, I don't think that's right. Like a sextant is a device used for navigation, as far as I recall. So I don't know if that. And so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got another possibly 1 or 2 sections that have not been explored. I don't know. Ow, 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 ow. And past the tall, lanky Lunatenders, we have the Watcher, including, and then Y'shtola, Urianger, and Thancred. The place we seek is just ahead at the Chlorophosgrot. C-H-L-O-R-O, Chloro. Chloroph, and then P as in Paul, H-O, S as in Sam, G-R-O-T as in Tom. Chlorophosgrot. Chlorophosgrot. Phosgro. Maybe Chlorophosgro? I can do that. You see, Argos cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient ether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. Alright. There is indeed a tunnel. Ovular-ish opening. Close-ish to a circle. And we got some Weepers. Ooh, those are from Final Fantasy 11. Possibly earlier games, but that's where I know them from. We got aggro from a couple of them, but we're going to outrun them. Cool. Come back. Talk to the Watcher. We're underground. It's a tunnel. That's how they work. Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar spongi draw ether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Argos to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help the spongoi? S. So Sam, Paul, O, Nancy, G, O, I. Spongoi, I'm gonna call it. Spongoi along? Sure. I'll ether the crap out of them, man. I am attuning to the lunar spongoi. Spongoi? Cutscene. I'll get rid of my thingy here. I found it's better to... Oh, we got some energy that manifests into the doggo. Now we know the name is Argos. The golden doggo gives a little butt wag at me. Argos manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again. A most fascinating creation of Heidelin's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when last he showed such an affinity for anyone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. Perhaps. As for your companions, they each get their own doggos. 3 more doggos appear. Unexpected but greatly appreciated. I believe we are all ready. I don't know if that's a better Y'shtola than I was doing, but whatever. Then let us return outside. Return outside that you may cross the chasm. Starts walking away. The doggos follow along with the scions and myself. Baby, why don't you just befriend Argos? 'Cause he's a pretty cool doggos. Oh no, Zavipas. Zavipas is attacking again. But we good, they slow. Actually, they're probably... I don't... Are they slower than my normal running speed? Because I don't really think that they do that in this game. I just watched a tank... Like a how to tank... Like a tanking tips and tricks video from Wesk Aber. And I never really considered sprinting as a form of mitigation. Most tanks sprint just to, like, finish the dungeon faster, it seems. I mean, obviously they're also sprinting past enemies, but they don't continue to, like, sprint in circles. I mean, if you're sprinting in circles, or, you know, kiting basically as a way to avoid taking damage, you're also probably not allowing your DPS to do damage, especially melee. And in some cases, possibly even your ranged or magical ranged DPS, but I don't know. I don't really see sprint as a form of mitigation, except for during pulls. But also during pulls, there's like this recognition time where you run into the group, you do your AoE, you keep running, and then they don't hit you. Like, they have a little bit of like repositioning time where they're like, oh shit, 2, 3, follow. Like, I don't usually sprint as a tank when I'm pulling groups, and I don't get hit along the way. Unless I'm intentionally trying to build threat and do damage on them along the way. But anyway, sorry. Digression. Here's the Watcher and our 4 Argoses. Argosi? Argosi? Your destination is the structure there across the Cradle of Darkness. That's what it's called, the Cradle of Darkness, okay. But climb onto Argos' back. Yeah, so. Oh no, that's not plural. Argos is back, and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiac's destruction. Okay. We go with the Watcher. I might capitalize the, because, yeah. To find Argos, our golden pupper pal, in order to gain access to another, well, to the northwest portion of this crater. Good enough. Heed their counsel. Together, you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Y'shtola. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, we cannot be certain that what awaits us on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not all go at once. I propose the 2 of us cross first, while Thancred and Urianger wait here. Sure, whatever. Onward! 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 A malefic ether yet permeates from the crater, remnants of Zodiac, most like. We have a flying, like, panorama around this crater, and it's just 100 yards deep. It's all just roiling red energy, and that beam coming up from the middle of it. It's like a roiling cloud. We pass through like this dark purple energy. Just a little further. Just a little further. I can't do it. I can't do her voice. I can kind of do... Wait, no. Alice's voice. I can't really do Kryl. Yeah. If it's not like a basic, somewhat posh British voice, I'm not sure I can do it. But anyway, we flew into a tunnel, and we have a fairly large double door that kind of is... It's not just a rectangle, so it goes up, and then like 75% of the way up, it kind of like angles inward about 45 degrees for a few feet, and then straight up again, and for another 5 feet, whatever, and then angles again 45 degrees inward, and for about 2 or 3 feet again, and then straight up again. So it's kind of like this. How would you describe that? Like a drill bit, maybe? I don't know. This structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amaratine. A Mary A-U-R-O Tom I Nancy E. Amaratine. Amaratine. The doggos just look on. Apologies for the wait, says Thancred. Right then, let us head inside and... Oh? The doggos are all staring at the door, I think. Oh. One disappears. Then another. Then another. But mine remains. The main remains. Most intriguing. A means by which he conserveth energy, mayhap. Well, I certainly wouldn't want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been. Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here, or stay here where it's safe, alright? Stay here where it's safe, alright? If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting overlong. Let us not keep him waiting overlong. It's like, she's got a little bit nasally, and I can't do it. I mean, I am nasally, just, like, it's automatic. Ever since I was young. Speak with Thancred. Through the doors. Okay, we'll just go through the doors then. Baby, why don't we just go right through the doors? They just slide outward. Like, sorry, they slide into the wall on either side rather than like opening out or in. We have a floor with just probably millions of slightly different colored blue tiles. So that's the floor, like 1 foot by 1 foot tiles, stretching way far to the left and way far to the right. And then very tall walls, not infinite, but like, let's see, 10, 20 stories. And then we have a big old glowing blue orb that's rotating. We got some kind of spirally thing rotating in the opposite direction. And we have our 3 companions looking out upon it, or looking upon it. It is an aetheryte apparently. Or at least there is an aetheryte down below the sphere.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
Probably. I don't know. There's a dome-shaped building inside of which, I don't know if we see this person yet, but it's like a bunny. Like a little bunny. Or a little mouse. A mouse. I'm gonna go with little mouse. Like the big old kind of round ovular ears. Oh, there's a lot of them. 3. And they seem to be coming up from below the domed structure. Like in pods that release them. They're little. They're Lalafell sized, or possibly smaller than that. I can't really tell from a distance and without any Lalafell to put them near. They line up in rank and file. One of them is snoozing in line, but snaps to some degree of awakeness. They're all just waiting in front of, like, far enough away from, but in front of a balcony-ish of sorts.
Look lively, everyone!
Where their leader is addressing them.
I know. This 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance. For Zodiac, alas, is no more.
Says very matter-of-factly.
As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose. To bear the people of Etheris to safety.
Etheris. I think I was saying something like that.
Our time has come, my friends.
She raises a fist in the air with a smile on her face. They all kind of like give little jumps for joy and squeaks, as you can hear.
We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive.
So they're all kept in stasis between inspections?
I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Etheris.
That's a life, I guess. Not really. No, not at all.
Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
And they in a very orderly fashion, each line after line walks in line to their stations.
'Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Yeah, possibly. Or they can all fit into very tight spaces as needed. Maybe they're very resilient. Who knows? We'll see.
Perhaps.
Thancred is still kind of stunned. More stunned than the rest of us, I believe, but unexpected, for sure. Helping Hands is complete. I gotta figure out if I want to do like an actual dinner, because I did not eat well for most of the day. So that is the end of this video, is the end of the quest, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. I'm gonna make one more for sure, but I'll see you next time.